Hello everyone and welcome to DC Central, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down and discussing the news that Katie Cassidy has officially confirmed that she will be returning to Arrow Season 8 in the role of Laurel Lance in some degree, so let's discuss. So recently within the Arrow community there has been a lot of speculation surrounding Katie Cassidy and whether or not she would be returning to Arrow for Season 8. This has all come up because of the next episode of Arrow, which we are getting tonight, otherwise entitled Lost Canary. It seems to be that perhaps the character of Earth-2 Laurel Lance, aka Black Siren, is going to be leaving the show come the end of this week's episode. And given the fact that there were a lot of reports that people had not been seeing Katie Cassidy on set and things like that, it seemed to be that maybe the rumours were true. Maybe Katie Cassidy was leaving the show by the end of episode 18 of Season 7. However, due to recent set photos and things like that, we have learned that Katie Cassidy is at least returning for the finale of Arrow Season 7 in the Black Canary original suit, which is very, very exciting. But outside of all that, we were wondering whether or not Katie Cassidy would actually be returning to Arrow for its 8th and final season, but due to some recent comments, it appears like she will be making her return for that final season. So Katie Cassidy has recently been at Middle East Film and Comic Con, which takes place in my home of Dubai. Just like to point that out. And yeah, she was speaking at this convention talking about Arrow Season 8, and this is what she had to say. We're doing our 8th and final season of Arrow, which will take us to November. I can't say more yet until I get the showrunner's thumbs up, but there are some pretty exciting things coming up for me. I like my job. I don't want to say anything I can't say, and I don't want to get killed again. They've killed me off and brought me back twice already. It's awesome. So this is basically Katie confirming that, yes, she will be returning for Season 8, she will be there, and she will be getting some really cool things. Like she says, there are some pretty exciting things coming up for me, so that does tease some pretty cool storylines coming up for Laurel, Black Siren, and that particular character. So it seems like this is pretty concrete information from the horse's mouth, as it were, that we are going to be seeing Katie Cassidy returning as Laurel in some capacity for Season 8. Now, the reason why I say in some capacity is because, although it is confirmed that Katie Cassidy will be returning, it's not been necessarily confirmed who she's going to be playing. And I bring this up because, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this week's episode could actually see the end of Earth-2 Laurel Lance, aka Black Siren. Now, I'm not going to say she's going to die. I don't think the writers would be dumb enough to do that, to be honest, after the fan outcry of killing Earth-1 Laurel back in Season 4, but I think we could actually see Earth-2 Laurel leave the show this week and potentially go back to Earth-2, or maybe just go off somewhere else. Obviously, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. I don't want to make any predictions yet. And personally, I don't think this is going to happen, but I just want to kind of bring this theory up that people have been speculating, because the set photos that we saw of Katie Cassidy in the finale of this season shows her in the original Black Canary costume that Laurel wore, that Earth-1 Laurel wore, back in Season 3 and 4. So it appears that, you know, maybe Black Siren will be officially taking up the mantle of the Black Canary and joining Oliver and his team for Season 8 going forward, actually as the Black Canary. But the reason why, you know, I'm saying that maybe this isn't Earth-2 Laurel is because she is in that OG suit. Maybe this is Earth-1 Laurel. I have seen some people say that. I don't think that is going to happen. Personally, I do believe this is Earth-2 Laurel. I feel like that, you know, all of Season 6 and really Season 7 in particular for Laurel has been about redeeming her and putting her on this redemption arc, putting her on this path that's going to make her a better person and ultimately a better hero for the show. So I feel like, you know, finally cementing that and putting the little icing on the cake for that would be to put her in the original Laurel Black Canary suit and actually making her the Black Canary for the team, because it seems like Dinah is not going to be the Black Canary going forward. Obviously, she has a lot more stuff to deal with within the SCPD, and also given the fact that she's lost her Canary cry, she's not really going to be fulfilling that mantle as well as somebody like Black Siren would. So I feel like, you know, Black Siren is going to be returning. Now, that is very, very exciting for us Laurel fans, because we really are finally getting to see Laurel again as the Black Canary suiting up next to Oliver, aka, of course, the Green Arrow. Now, given the fact that there were reports that Katie Cassidy was not on set in between episode 18 and 22, which is the finale, I think what we could see happen maybe is we do see Earth-2 Laurel, Black Siren, we do see her leave the show in some capacity at the end of episode 18 this week, and then she will make a grand return in the finale of the season as the Black Canary, and that'll be like a really awesome reveal moment. Like, that'll be a really awesome moment. Like, maybe like she goes off with Sarah or something. Like, obviously we know Sarah's in this episode this week. Maybe her and Sarah go off together or something like that, and they come back, and, you know, Sarah brings her back to the present day, and then she comes out and helps Oliver in the Black Canary. So I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, I'm just speculating. Like, there's a lot of cool ideas and theories that come out about this, because like I say, I really don't believe this is Earth-1 Laurel back from the dead. I really don't think that's the case. And also I feel like that'd be completely stupid, because, you know, like I said, this whole season for Laurel has been about redeeming her and, you know, making her into the hero that we all know her that she can be. And I think Laurel has been one of the best parts of this season. I honestly do. I think she's been incredible. It's such a great character. So to squander all of that by just shipping her off somewhere or killing her off and then bringing back Earth-1 Laurel, I think it sounds pretty ridiculous. So I do think this is Earth-2 Laurel. And like I say, she might leave at the end of episode 18, but obviously I genuinely do believe that this will be Earth-2 Laurel back for the finale, suiting up as the Black Canary and potentially becoming a full-time member of the team for the final season. Now, speaking of this week's episode, she did also say some comments about this episode, and she goes and says, "It's a big episode. I think that you will find out a lot about Black Siren and her backstory, but they also leave it open to potentially exploring more of that, potentially in Season 8. But it's a huge episode. It's fun." And it also goes on to say that apparently Katie also said at the convention that she would be on board with a spin-off, though an actual quote doesn't seem to have surfaced. So, talking about, you know, this particular episode, obviously we know we're going to get a lot of stuff to do with Black Siren in this episode. We know that we're going to be delving into her backstory and also going to be seeing a lot more of her as a character. I'm excited about this. I really hope that we get to see a lot of her backstory because, you know, Earth-2 Laurel, you know, Black Siren, we really haven't seen a lot of her backstory. Like, we get little hints about it here and there. Like, we know that she lost the Earth-2 Oliver, and we know that obviously Earth-2 Quentin, he died when she was 12 years old. So we know, like, little things here and there. But what I'm really hoping for is we actually get some flashbacks to Earth-2. That would be really nice. Like, we got a little bit of that in one of the episodes this season, like a tiny little bit, but it was not really particularly relevant. So I'd really love to see, like, for example, if we actually saw Earth-2 Oliver. Obviously, you have Stephen Amell. Use him. So I think, you know, I think it'd be really cool. And I'm not saying we're going to see Earth-2 Quentin anytime soon. I don't think Paul Blackthorne has been on set, but if that happens, if you get a quick little guest appearance from Paul Blackthorne, that would be amazing. But like I say, just actually getting some Earth-2 flashbacks, exploring that backstory, actually delving into it, and giving us a really fully formed idea of who Laurel and Black Siren is as a character, especially with the introduction of bringing in Earth-2 Oliver Queen. Like I say, you have Stephen Amell on set. You can do that. It's not hard. You know, it'd be really awesome just to have Earth-2 Oliver there just for a little bit, just so we could see, you know, what the relationship was like between, you know, Earth-2 Oliver and Laurel. That would be really, really nice to see. So, you know, in this episode, although I'm excited to see, obviously, the Birds of Prey thing, and I'm excited to see Sarah return to the show, I'm really excited about this backstory for Laurel if we actually get that. And then quickly in regards to, you know, she was saying that she would be on board for a spin-off. Obviously, I have kind of brought this up in the past, both on video and in the podcast, but I think maybe what would be cool is if we actually got a Birds of Prey spin-off show for, you know, Arrow, whereas, like, Arrow's going to end, and then we'll get a Birds of Prey spin-off show with Katie Cassidy in the lead as Black Siren. I think that would be really awesome, actually. Obviously, there was actually a Birds of Prey TV show back in the day, so there is precedent for it. Just like, you know, The Flash, you know, we had The Flash in the 90s, now we have The Flash TV show right now. I think it'd be perfectly acceptable to do a Birds of Prey TV show, and like I say, get Katie Cassidy in the lead. You could have, I'd say maybe get Katie Lotz in there if she's available. Obviously, Juliana Harkavy could be in there as well. Like, you know, just get a really awesome, strong female cast for this show, and I think that'd be really, really awesome. And like I say, Katie Cassidy says she's on board with it, so who knows? Maybe they'll put her on Legends or something. I don't know. It depends how long Legends wants to go for. I don't really feel like Legends is in a tenable position right now to actually say, oh, we're going to go for like another 3 seasons, because I don't think it will, personally. I think Season 5 could be the final season for Legends, but regardless of that, it's really awesome that Katie is going to be open for a spin-off, because if that does eventually happen, then she's going to be able to make herself available for that. But what do you guys think about all this news? Make sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited about this week's episode? What are you most excited about? Do you want to see Sarah return? Do you want to see all this Black Siren backstory? Make sure to let me know everything that you think about in this comment section down below. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. It'll help me out a lot. And share this video with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV and get them to join the community. And as always, guys, please subscribe for your latest content on Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow. And with all that said, guys, hope to see you again in my next video.